She's also quoted in this article, saying, "I'm a theater kid that got everything she wanted. Problem is that no one's lining up. No one's going to watch this film. I mean, I have noticed. It's slowing down, but they're doing everything they can to revive this discourse over and over and over again." ING, star Rachel Zegler for the underperformance got so devastating for her that she had to turn to therapy and psychiatric medication to cope with how difficult this was. She was then criticized for dragging her personal politics in the middle of promoting a movie. It was supposed to be her big comeback, a bold reimagining of Evita, staged in the heart of London, but instead it spiraled into one of the most humiliating public meltdowns of Rachel Zegler's entire career. I have a feeling that this video is going to get taken out of context, and I know that at this point I can't really stop people from doing that, because that's what my whole existence on the internet is. Because after that now infamous balcony scene, the one where she raised her arms like a dictator and screamed into the crowd, the backlash didn't just explode online. It reached City Hall, and now the mayor of London is allegedly preparing to do something unthinkable: ban Rachel Zegler from performing anywhere in the city. But I thought I'd be the last generation who would get that sort of stuff. I say this though, London is as different too. Being the mayor of this great city, that's not my brilliance. That's because Londoners have these values. That means they could elect someone like me to be there. That's right. One of Hollywood's most talked about rising stars just got slapped with what insiders are calling an unofficial blacklisting for mocking a moment that was meant to honor a historical icon. One of our biggest strengths is our diversity. It's a source for me of pride, not of embarrassment. It makes us richer, not poorer, stronger, not a weaker. But we can't assume we're all going to get on really well. So we got to make an effort to make sure we build bridges and not wall. The scene that was supposed to crown her as a serious actress, it might be the thing that gets her kicked out of the UK altogether. But trust me, that's only the beginning. But it's hard. And it's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things, and I will be okay. If you haven't seen the clip that triggered all this, it's already been reposted 1,000 times across social media. Rachel stands on the balcony, dressed as Eva Peron, staring down at a crowd of actors below her. But instead of delivering the lines with the grace and stoicism the role is known for, she turns it into a spectacle, raising her voice, punching the air, and gesturing like a political radical. The gloves are off. We got to put this girl in her place. Okay, no more playing nice. Call up Tatiana at Variety and tell her we got a cold Melissa. She going to know. That means it's go time. We telling everything. I mean, that's already a haymaker. She already out on her feet. But throw in the fact that she said it while ignoring the feelings of her ad. On top of that our executive took time out of his busy schedule to go threaten her face to face. And she stood on business, stood on her morals, uncompromised. Nobody likes stubborn people. Everyone's going to be on her side. Everyone's going to be on her side. But if that ain't enough, some called it bold. Others called it downright offensive. It didn't take long before fans were splicing the footage into meme edits comparing her to authoritarian figures. One viral post even dubbed it Evita, the Dictator remix. But the real damage came from theater critics, especially the British ones, who blasted it as tone-deaf, historically detached, and a narcissistic hijacking of the role. That being said, I was still very scared to approach. It's like really strange, and I kind of just said I just feel weird if I didn't say hi, and she was really, really nice about it. And then we took photos, and what you don't see in that video of us taking pictures together, you can't hear her say it, but she's like, let's take another one where I'm strangling you and saying you'll never take my part. So she's great. See, in the original Evita, the balcony scene is symbolic. It's not just drama. It's history. Eva Peron's real-life speeches from those balconies in Argentina carried political weight. People lived and died by her words. It's all Rachel Zegler and her behavior. And if it was just one comment, it probably would have been forgotten by now. But it was comment after comment, and it was pissing off everybody. Pissing. Quite frankly, if she has said nothing, her movie probably still forgettable would have done a lot better. Critical drinker. I mean, it's even down to the fact that Rachel Zegler, and is it Ziegler or Ziegler, by the way? But Rachel, she turned it into what many are calling an Americanized performance piece. Flashy, loud, and completely disconnected from the gravity of the moment. Even members of the production reportedly said they were caught off guard by how far she went during the live show, claiming it was not what they rehearsed. And this wasn't just a one-off. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, but sometimes an actress just can't act. She wasn't menacing. She wasn't intimidating. She just didn't have that villain aura that you need to have to portray one of these classic Disney characters. Her line delivery felt choppy, and even when it came to her singing the songs, it just felt like it was half in. I would not see it again. In terms of set design and world building, this movie is visually stunning. The one-liners and the little quips are hilariously good. Rachel Southern twang does come out a little bit. Rachel's did get me on the end. I would say it's like a 3 out of 5. That being said, I do think you should see it on your own versus listen to everybody else's opinion. But on the flip side of that, I will say sometimes it is a casting choice that just makes or breaks a movie. Audience members from multiple nights reported the same thing. Over-the-top theatrics, improvised gestures, and an attitude that felt more mocking than meaningful. But that was only the start, because while fans were still arguing online, something much bigger was brewing behind closed doors. According to sources close to London's Arts Council, complaints began flooding in just days after the performance went viral, not just from fans, but from donors, cultural committees, and even members of parliament.